Thanks for downloading another segment from the Best of the Classic Metal Show. The Classic Metal Show is heard live on Saturdays from 9 p.m. to 3 a.m. Eastern, exclusively at www.theclassicmetalshow.com. And now here's another piece of Classic Metal Show history on the Best of the Classic Metal Show.
The Classic Metal Show.
All right, that, of course, is Warrant with a song called 2031, and a guy who's been there from the beginning of time, it seems like. The one and only Jani Lane is on the line. Jani, how you doing, man?
I am alive and well.
Excellent, dude.
From La La Land.
Perfect. Well, Jani, man, you're back out on the road. It's been a tumultuous time for you between the last 2 years, I guess. So maybe a good place to start is just to find out what's going on in the world of Jani Lane.
It's going really, really good. I'm actually getting back to where I'm really enjoying the music. I've been spending a lot of time writing and still staying in touch with the guys at Warrant. You know, we gave it a shot. You know, the reunion thing, a lot of water under the bridge, and things probably didn't work out fantastically for us, can I say honestly? But you know, I've been writing a lot, so I just got a cut on Alice Cooper's new record, writing with a couple kids who are like the Jonas Brothers coming up in Nashville, and just doing a lot of writing with my friend out here, Fred Curry from Cinderella. He's got a great studio in Burbank, and I just, you know, I got that itch, and I was like, you know, I feel great. I want to get out and do some shows, so I put together probably the best band I've had in a long time, which is Kerry Kelly on guitar from Alice Cooper, and Kevin from Lit on bass, James Kotak from the Scorpions on drums, and a cast of thousands. But Sean Zavodny, who used to play with Warrant, is my keyboardist.
Okay.
And the magic man behind backing vocals. And it sounds great. So we're having a lot of fun. We'll do all the Warrant stuff and maybe some of their stuff too.
Sure. Now, Jani, you've had not only have you done Warrant over the years, but you've done some solo stuff, and you had the Jabberwocky project. It's
amazing to me how many people know about that project. It's never been released. Obviously, it's been bootlegged all over the world, but I have taken 4 or 5 of those songs, which I'm going to include in this fall's project. I'm gearing up to do my own record again, and you know, I hate to say by popular demand, but I mean, there are a few songs that people just really love off that stuff, so I'm going to redo those for the solo record.
Great. Now, Jani, everybody kind of knows that with you, it's always been a dangerous proposition, you know, once you get out on the road. It seems like numerous times you've been able to get yourself into a good frame of mind, and then the road hits, and then, you know, disaster strikes. You know, Now that you've had time, and obviously with the Warrant thing being what it became, what makes you think that it's different this time, you know, with your own headspace, I guess?
Well, I think the important thing was to finally get that out of my system. And and you know, there's a lot of, I don't know what to say, tension, questioning, all that kind of stuff, the what ifs, you know, that builds up and builds up and builds up. And then you go do it and you go, well, you know what, we gave it a shot. There's a lot of water under the bridge that is still there, but, you know, at least now we have a friendly rapport with each other, and it's kind of like, whew, got that out of the way, now just go have fun.
Sure. Now, one thing that we've always said here on the show, Jani, about you when we talk about you is that maybe your career at this point should be geared more toward writing hits for other people, because regardless of if you are out on the road or not as Warrant or as Jani Lane or whatnot, there's really no denying that you are a masterful songwriter and more or less a masterful hook writer. Have you ever considered just, you know, saying, you know what, I'm going to be the behind-the-scenes guy that writes #1 hits for people?
I'm absolutely doing a lot of that right now. I mean, I think once you perform, you know, you're always going to have that bug in you. But, you know, I've talked to my camp of people, you know, and pretty much agreed with what you said, which is, you know, I have things that I need to be concentrating on at home, you know, writing, home life, all that kind of stuff. And in the meantime, you know, I do want to play, but I'm not really anxious to climb back on a bus and say goodbye to everybody for 6 months. It's not fun. I've always said, you know, I'll play for free, pay me for the other 23 hours.
Right.
You know, because it's the travel that beats you up and being away from home and your kids and all that kind of stuff. So for me, it's a healthier proposition to say, I'll do 6 shows a month, but I'm just going to fly in and do them on a couple weekends and get back home, wake up Monday morning, have the coffee and get back to what I want to do, which is write. And it kind of serves both purposes. And it doesn't take me away from what I'm doing and get me back in that, oh, God, I'm on tour mind frame, which is not a healthy place to be.
Right.
For some reason, for me, which is just being honest.
Sure.
But I will tell anybody out there who's thinking about, quitting whatever you may be, you have a compulsion for, or addicted to, or whatever that keeps you from reaching your potential, whether it be happiness or productivity, or whatever. I highly suggest it.
Sure. Now, Jani, obviously Warrant has continued on. They brought in Robert Mason, and obviously you're friendly with the guys.
Friend of mine.
Sure. Now, but
yeah.
Do you in some way, shape, or form wish that the band itself would just kind of fizzle away, so that maybe the specter being focused on you about Warrant would go away with it?
I don't. I'm not. I mean, would I mind if? That's a very difficult question. I mean, I really have no animosity towards them, so I can't really wish for them to fizzle away. But, as far as that specter, there are always going to be people that are going to go back and look back at what you did and judge what you're going to do by that. There's not much I can do about that. But I'm happy with them doing their own thing, and I wish them all the luck in the world, as long as I get to continue doing my thing.
Sure.
And really, what it came down to, by the end of last summer, we were just like, look, this is not a healthy thing for any of us, so why don't we just part and stay friends and never say never again?
Right. Is it frustrating for you that for now and evermore, as long as they're out touring, though, that people like me are going to say, hey, when are you getting back with Warrant one more time?
Well, not really, because who knows, it may happen. And there's always interest, I think, in seeing the all-original members of any band, that achieves any amount of fame, they're going to, or success, they're going to go, well, I wonder what if. People said it for years about Roth and the Van Halens, and now they're doing it. And, I mean, that was a long time coming. So, who knows?
Well, he is Jani Lane, the former lead vocalist of Warrant, the current lead vocalist of Jani Lane. And, Jani, what song should we end with to take people out of the interview?
Take 'em out with Uncle Tom's Cabin. That's my brother playing the intro. And he's still in Akron.
Excellent. Well, let's check it out right now. Here it is. It's Uncle Tom's Cabin. It's Warrant right here on your Classic Metal Show.
Thanks for checking out the Best of the Classic Metal Show. You can tune into the Classic Metal Show live every Saturday night from 9 p.m. to 3 a.m. Eastern, exclusively at www.theclassicmetalshow.com.
The Classic Metal Show.